Hello, 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 brothers and sisters. We are very, very happy to welcome you to a new edition of our show titled Speak of Africa. We thank you very much for the support you've been giving us, and we want to thank all our viewers, our subscribers, our advertisers, and our well-wishers. Please continue supporting this show because we started this show with one objective: to give you a channel, to give you a voice. In fact, most of you are responding very well, but we want to take this show further. Please subscribe, share the information about this show with all your friends and family because we want to get a bigger platform. We have a whole lot of news for you today. We're going to start the show of today by looking at Nigeria. You guys know we love Nigeria a lot, and we're going to announce some kind of sad news. The passing of Tolulope Arotile is a female pilot of Yoruba extraction. She died in an accident, and we think this is a big loss for Nigeria. In fact, being the very first female combat pilot, this is really an achievement. This death reminds me of the death of an American astronaut in the US, first female astronaut. So it's just the same thing. She's very, very young, and we think she has a lot of promise. So we think she died too young. We extend our condolence to our entire family, and we think Africa has really lost a great person. Okay, we're going to move now. For the show of today, we really want to let you know that sometimes some of the stories that we carry, the people respond to the story. For example, last week we spoke about the use of civilians as soldiers in the far north of Cameroon, La République du Cameroon. The government of Mr. Paul Biya responded by saying that it was a lie. Human Watch was reporting a false story. They are not using the people against their will. The people volunteer as civilians to watch over their neighborhoods. So this is common with this government. This government loves to tell lies. So who can believe what they are saying? So we are just happy that we brought the news to you. Then also in Mali, we brought you the story of the protests that are going on in Mali. Those protests continue, and a lot of people are being killed. In fact, we don't really like to be showing you negative images because some people are just sick and tired of what is happening in the motherland. Our goal is not to give the motherland a bad image, but we just want to tell the true story of what is happening in this part of the world. In fact, this week, former president of Nigeria, Mr. Goodluck Jonathan, had to visit Mali to sue for peace. So we think probably Goodluck, with his good luck, he's going to take his good luck to Mali because the situation is so tense, and we don't know how he's going to be able to broker peace by talking to the various elements because the leaders of the protests are really angry over the killing of more protesters. So this is even fueling anger among the people. So President Keita knows that things are rough. He's really sitting on a hot seat. We don't really know how this is going to unravel, whether there will be a good ending to this story. But we just want you to know that things are not really going well. We really thank President Buhari for cooperating and providing the transport and security for former President Goodluck Jonathan to travel to Mali. So we like to see good cooperation among African leaders. So this is a positive sign, and we like it. So we really like what we saw. We're going to take you now to Ambazonia. But before we take you to Ambazonia, we're going to tell you that our big story of today concerns former president, ex-dictator, professor, Alhaji, doctor, everything, Yaya Jammeh. He's again in the spotlight. This time, he's in the spotlight because the US justice system is working against him. There's a big story. We've been talking about money laundering. I don't want to spoil this story, but this is going to be our main story of today. I'll hold it and take it to other parts of Africa. Then I'll come back and focus on Yaya Jammeh. The next story concerns Ambazonia. The interim government under Dabni Yerima is really taking some actions to really help their people, and we really salute the action that they are taking. It's not easy because even as today, you can see images of people in Ambazonia fleeing, especially in the Pinying area in the northwest. They are fleeing attacked by Biya's soldiers who are really going around just killing people, So the people are really escaping for their lives, and we really feel sad for all these families. We condole with them. We know that they are going through tough times. It may seem like God is not watching, but we want to tell them that God is watching. We still believe there is God. And they may think they are Satan and they've taken over the world, but we know that Satan must obey God. And this is what is going to happen. Biya and his cabal must obey God, whether they like it or not. So we can also see what is also happening with Biya's masters. In Paris, things are really rough because a lot of the Africans are protesting. A lot of the Cameroonians also are protesting. One of the main protests concerns the protest for Adama Traoré, a young African who was killed by French police. This guy was probably like just 24 or younger, and he was just killed in cold blood. So this is really sad. So you see big protests in Paris over this. In addition, you can see Cameroonians in Belgium confronting Emmanuel Macron, baby Emmanuel Macron, le petit bébé. They were confronting him at the EU building, European Union building in Belgium, because of the colonialism and neo-colonial policies of France. So this was really like a big movement, and you could really see a lot of the Cameroonians attacking their oppressor, because they really want the oppressor to know that putting people in Cameroon to oppress them, they're not going to stand for it anymore. And they are confronting Emmanuel Macron, baby Emmanuel Macron. Okay? So we're going to leave now RC, and we're going to move now to Gambia, the main story of today. The story in Gambia is really big because the U.S. Justice Department has just filed a case against former President Yaya Jammeh's estate trust. Estate trust may sound like a big word, but those of you who have read my book, I've talked a lot about legal instruments that people use to build wealth. An estate is one of them. A trust is another. In this example, the U.S. Department of Justice has just filed what they call a civil forfeiture complaint. This may sound like a big legal term, but what it means is Yaya Jammeh owns a big estate, a big mansion in the United States. This mansion is located in Potomac, Maryland. Potomac, Maryland is not very far from Washington, D.C. Potomac features very large mansions, big, nice lawns, pretty. You will not really believe. So this is where Yaya Jammeh stole money, then came and bought a big mansion for $3.5 million in Potomac, Maryland. We're going to show you the front of the mansion, then we're going to even take you inside the mansion and show you the pictures of the house. It's very, very beautiful, a lot of luxury. So this is the way African leaders steal money from their people, then come and put it in the United States. And I'm also going to show you proof that this mansion belongs to the trust of Yaya Jammeh and his wife. Okay? So it's not, even as we speak, I went online and got information about the title, who owns this property. Yaya Jammeh's family owns this property. But what they did, they tried to hide their identity and bought this property under a trust. What is a trust?
Hey, yo, Shay, I thought you was gonna take me to this place so I could get my taxes done. You know I'm trying to buy a new house. What's up?
Let's get it on. If you're searching for a house, call up my man Prince Ojong, the best in real estate. Take it from your guy Shake. When I say his services are the best in the states, word is born. He even take care of your tax forms, fat refunds. So come, get your business done. Consultations, financial organization, fast processing, no waiting. This man is amazing. The Prince.
Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131.
Okay, for those who are not really legal minds, a trust is a legal vehicle which is used to direct and hold assets. When you have assets such as real estate, the way you carry them is by putting them in a trust. a trust gives you privacy, but most of the families using trust use trust legally. Okay? This is a legal instrument, but in the case of Yaya Jammeh, they are just using it as a smoke screen. They want to hide behind this trust to acquire property and build wealth, which is ill-gotten wealth. In the United States, most people who have trust, they build this trust the legal way. Okay? You have them as the trustor. Then, of course, you have trustees. In the case of Yaya Jammeh, the trustees seem to come from Australia. We dug into all the details and we found out that that's where the trustees are located. So Yaya Jammeh made it in such a way that nobody really knows that, oh, he is the owner of this property. But the U.S. has a law that most people don't know about. This law says ill-gotten wealth from dictators or people who have killed has to be seized because this is illegal. And this is what is happening now. This is the first step towards seizing this property. You can see close to where Yaya Jammeh's property is located is also the property of another dictator in Africa, Obiang Nguema. So the two houses are just close by. I'll give you the address of the house. So those who are in the US, if you want to go and look at this house, it's 9908 Ben Cross Drive, Potomac, Maryland, zip code 20854. That's the address. Then on the other side of the same street, you have 9909 Ben Cross Drive, Potomac, Maryland, 20854. That's the house of Obiang Nguema. So the two dictators were just in the same place. So you see, I'm going to show you all the pictures because I've taken all the pictures. I'm in real estate, so I have access to all this information too. So I did my research, and I want to share this research with you. So you see all the nice houses. You see, people who live in this area have a lot of wealth. Football stars, people from rich families. But is Yaya Jammeh's family rich? No, he came from a poor family. This was a poor soldier. He started making money after he organized a coup d'etat. Okay? After he organized a coup d'etat, then he started stealing money from the government. All the money that was coming from people who want to do business with Gambia, he was stealing this money. Then he was siphoning this money out of the country, which eventually he used to buy this big property. And from the case filed against Yaya Jammeh, I even have proof of this case that was filed by the Justice Department. You can see a sample of the document, which I'm going to show you. It shows that this guy owns 281 properties. Where did all this money come from? It's by stealing from the people and organizing a squad that kills people who try to protest or talk against him. He kills them in cold blood. So this US law is against people like Yaya Jammeh. And we tell Africans that, listen, the US is great because it is a country of laws. This is a message to African dictators. When you come to the United States and hide your loot, you're going to lose it because we're going to help the US government to uncover the wealth of all the rich, corrupt African leaders, okay? Our job is going to be to start digging and finding out all the properties that are owned by African leaders. We're going to seize all those properties. So if you keep coming to America to buy property, just know that we are in real estate. We're going to be monitoring all the trusts. We're going to be digging. We have informants, okay? We're going to be reporting this to the US government so that they can search out your property and seize it. If the African people cannot benefit from their own wealth, you, the dictators, will not benefit from this wealth. The US government will take it and auction it off, and you will get nothing for it. That's the message we have for most of these African dictators. You're going to lose all these properties. We're telling you, we're on a war with you, okay? Keep stealing the people's money and bringing it to America. You can do that in Europe, but don't come to America, because if you come to America, we're going to teach you a lesson. So we're going to be telling the US government to seize all these properties and auction them off, because the people in your countries are suffering and you're not really doing anything for them, okay? You try to use a trust, which is a legal instrument Americans use to build wealth and pass wealth on to the next generation. And that's what a trust is for. In my book, The Miraculous Millionaire, I've spent some time talking about all these financial instruments because I'm really encouraging my people to start learning how to build wealth, okay? You did not come to America to stay poor. You have to learn how to build wealth. don't think that only white people can use trust or criminals such as Yaya Jammeh can use trust. No. Trusts are legal instruments that help you convey your assets from your generation to the next generation. And they have a lot of advantages. You can even escape taxation. So there are so many advantages. So Yaya Jammeh is just a bad apple, okay? And our goal is to start exposing bad apples such as Yaya Jammeh. When they steal from the people, we're not going to let them go free. We're going to let the US government seize all these properties because Yaya Jammeh is just one. The other guys were watching, and we're going to keep digging to find out all the properties that are owned by African leaders. We're going to expose them, and all these properties will be auctioned. So when you hear that the US Justice Department has filed a forfeiture complaint, what this means is this is a first step towards seizing this property. When they seize this property, it's going to end up in an auction. And once it ends in an auction, they will sell it off, and who gains? The US government gains. So that's the stupidity of African leaders. You steal from your people, but what's going to happen? You keep it in the US, but you're not going to benefit from this money because the money will be gone before you even know it. So this is a bitter lesson for those who like to steal money from their people. So we're warning you, stop stealing from your people because it's not going to help you. So Yaya Jammeh should be a lesson for African leaders to learn, okay? Stop stealing from your people, but it looks like most African leaders are like drunks. You may tell them all of this stuff, they don't listen. But with the example of Yaya Jammeh, after we set a few examples like this, the truth will come out. Then they will know that, okay, America is the wrong place to come and buy. No. You don't build big mansions like this with ill-gotten wealth. No, people work hard. They form companies. This is how they are able to build big mansions. Some of these people have a product or a service which they sell. So if you want to get rich and you want to use the government to get rich, this is the wrong approach to get rich. And you're teaching African youth bad lessons because you don't get rich by stealing from the people, stealing from your own people. You get rich by providing a product or a service which you offer to the public for profit, okay? There's nothing wrong with capitalism, even though we prefer compassionate capitalism, okay? But we don't think you should be stealing from your people. But most of the African leaders love stealing from their people. And so the example of Yaya Jammeh, so many newspapers are talking about the loot of Yaya Jammeh and this big mansion where he has spent over 3.5 billion to acquire. And it's not just acquiring this mansion. To maintain this mansion costs a lot of money. So just imagine, the money he spent to buy it, he has to pay taxes every year. So it costs the Gambian taxpayers a lot of money. And as you know, Gambia is a struggling economy. It's a small country. Most people who have heard of Kunta Kinte, especially Roots by Alex Palmer Haley. Where was this book researched upon? Alex Palmer Haley went to the Gambia to research his roots. Then he wrote this book and it became a major movie in America. Then Kunta Kinte now became a household word all over the world. So that's how Gambia came into the news. So we're telling you that this is something really terrible. The way you build wealth is not to steal from your people. The way you build wealth is to create a product or a service which you sell for profit.
Life insurance money secrets of millionaires and billionaires exposed. Discover how America's rich and famous exploit these arcane tools to build fabulous wealth. Why should these big white guys have all the fun? Let Prince Ojong, the celebrity author of The Miraculous Millionaire, show you the little understood life insurance way to riches. Are you still doubting the good things that life insurance can do for you? Trust strategies, estate planning, 401k rollover, annuity contract, cash value, education funding, executive benefits, income protection, life protection, living benefits, mortgage protection, tax-free retirement? Think and grow rich with life insurance. Your amazing journey to wealth begins by calling Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131.
For example, we have just created a product which is called Alexia HTC. We did not steal from the people. We built this product by using our own resources. We did not steal from anybody. We do business. As most of you know, we are business people. We perform a lot of services for people and they pay us. So this is the money we are using to produce Alexia HTC. So if you really want to do something big, don't steal from your people. Use your own money. And this is a lesson we want to teach. Nigeria had also shown the example of ill-gotten wealth when they started fighting to acquire the wealth of Abacha from all over the world, Switzerland, the United States, and other places. So ill-gotten wealth doesn't pay. Look at what happened to Obiang Nguema's son, Theodore, in France. Eventually, some of this stuff catches up with you. You're going to a country where the people work hard to build their country. You're showing a bad example. There's no leader in America who made money from politics. No. They make their money before they get into politics, okay? They don't go into politics to get rich off the people. So this is a bitter lesson Africans have to learn so that they can help their people. The leaders are not really doing something good because they are really wasting our resources. So we tell you that if you really want to get wealthy, what I do in my book is I explain to you the steps to getting rich in America and anywhere else. You have to provide a product or a service for profit, and you use the principles of capitalism. And as I've told you before, from Max Weber, which defines capitalism as a system of private enterprise that believes in the utilization of the factors of production to create unlimited amounts of profit. And when we talk about the factors of production, technology is a major factor here. So we're telling you that don't imitate these African leaders. Try to come up with a product, then sell this product for a profit. If you do this, you really do well, because if you follow the example of most of these leaders, you'll be making a mistake, because stealing doesn't pay. Crime doesn't pay. Because that's the message the U.S. Department of Justice is sending to people like ex-dictator Yaya Jammeh. As he sits in Equatorial Guinea today, we know he's really lamenting because he has lost a whole lot. He has lost a whole lot. Today he lives in pity, and he may say he's farming and doing other things. He wants to return to the Gambia. But this dude is a very, very bad dude because he's killed a whole lot of people, and it's really sad that he was killing all these people in cold blood. And some people look at him like the worst dictator Africa has ever seen. So people like Yaya Jammeh should not only be walking free, they should really be at the ICC, the International Criminal Court, because they've really committed a lot of crimes against humanity, but they are walking free. They are walking free. These are criminals walking free. Criminals should not be walking free. They should be in jail. But people like Yaya Jammeh are protected by the international community. So we hope somebody can make it possible so that they can pick this guy and put him at the ICC for others to learn. Why are they punishing people like Isen Abre? Why are they punishing the leader of Ethiopia, Charles Taylor? It's unfair. If you're punishing these guys, then you're letting Yaya Jammeh free. It's not fair. So we're really telling you that this is a bad dude. Crime doesn't pay. That's the message you have in this video. And we're going to keep fighting against our colonial masters because we don't want them to be our masters anymore. We're declaring our freedom. Okay? So the Africans are declaring their freedom. We're on the exodus, African exodus, out of the French plantation. So this is what we call it. So we thank you now for watching this video. We think we've really covered a lot of the issues we wanted to cover in this video so that you should know about it. But at the same time, we're letting you know that we have a new product, Alexia HTC. It's a product that is really intended for medical offices, but it's also a product that can really help patients. If you're a patient and your doctor is not using a product like Alexia HTC, tell him about it, because this may really change his mind. Because Alexia HTC is new, it's a newer technology, and we know it's going to take over the market and beat most of these guys. But we want you to also benefit from this new invention of ours. You can become a salesperson by letting your doctors know that we have this product and encourage them to look at it. They can use it for 30 or 90 days for free. No questions asked. If they don't like it, we don't charge them anything. But we just want to give the opportunity for them to see that this is a great product they can use. Okay, finally, we really want to thank all our subscribers. Keep sharing the videos, keep sharing the messages. We're happy to be hearing from you, so continue sending us your comments. As you see, we are always responding to your comments. Okay? We thank you very much, and may God bless you.
Express Driving School is the place for excitement of fast-track driver education. Driver education, drug and alcohol testing, driver counseling, bilingual translation. For all your MVA needs, contact us. John F. Abbey, 6480 New Hampshire Avenue Suite, 207B. Tacoma Park, Maryland, 20912. Office phone, 301-270-0018. Cell phone, 240-644-3977. And you can reach us at our website, expressdrivingeducation.com. Medical practice software is too old. Indeed, all the programs are built on MUMPS, technology of the 1950s, and the programs cost too much money. Epic and Cerner cost billions of dollars. Meditech costs thousands of dollars too. In fact, that's why we created AlexiaHTC.com, a new and free EMR/EHR for doctors. AlexiaHTC.com is built for HIPAA. Yes, magical one-screen technology, ease of use, quick charting, amazing e-prescribing, tight labs integration, multi-office difference, because we believe doctors and patients need a break today. Be the first to test drive AlexiaHTC.com. You have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. Act now. Call 240-350-1131. Alexia Care Corporation at AlexiaHTC.com.
Unique Auto Repair. This is a brother from Ghana. His name is Emmanuel Ofori. He has a good business and he repairs cars. He repairs all type of cars. Mercedes, Toyota, Honda, you name it. The brother does it. He repairs everything. So even if you buy a car from the auction and you need to get it fixed, go to Emmanuel Ofori, Unique Auto Repair. He will repair this for you. It's very, very good. He has repaired my cars for me many times, and I love the service. And if you mention my name, Prince Ojong, he will give you even something also.
Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.